Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think. I would like to speak on the Scott sisters from the group Escape. I really hate the fact that these sisters are feuding. I know that families feud all the time. It's not uncommon. And as we see, celebrities are no different. These sisters, to me, they have been, very blessed to be able to work together for many years, to stay relevant, still touring, selling out shows. But I have to wonder, is that part of their problem? Because their business relationship and their personal relationship seems to cross a little bit too much. Because they see each other at family events, rehearsal, recording, touring, maybe, and it may have gotten a bit too much for them. I know sometimes people, they just get tired of seeing each other, get tired of being around each other, and maybe that added some type of frustration and the divide in their relationship. Now, one issue that, in my opinion, that was shown on the show was that Latasha had a bad attitude. She barely wanted to speak to her group mates Escape. At the business meeting. It was like, really? Like, how old are you to be in a business meeting pouting with an attitude? I was like, girl, lady, really grow up. It was like she couldn't even give her opinion regarding the tour because she was too busy wearing her feelings on her sleeve instead of handling her business. She been in business way too long to let something like this, her personal matters, get in between business. And I know that her and her sister, and I believe it's different with this case because her and her sister, they're not just family, but they work together as well. So I believe it's a little bit different for them too. Because normally you can just be like, okay, I'm leaving. When I go to work, I'm fine, but they go to work together. And so it's probably a little bit different because they've been working together for so many years since they were teenagers. So I understand, and it's probably just gotten to be too much for the both of them, and they probably just need a break. Just my opinion. Because it was like she didn't, it just seemed like it was all over her face. She didn't want to be there. And even somebody had to speak up and ask her, was she okay? And she's like, I'm okay. But you could tell she really wasn't. And I feel as though she should have, if she didn't feel as though that she can come to the business meeting and be productive, give her input, that she should have tried to make a phone call to her sister at least before the meeting, have a conversation where they can at least hash out enough to just move forward for them to be able to get to the business side of things. And not saying it was going to resolve everything, but at least they could have had that conversation where they could have said, okay, woosah, we're going to take a break, and this is strictly business, and I'm still mad. We still got some things to iron out, but at least we can get to the business part of it, because You don't want nobody messing up your business or your reputation, your image, and people feeling as though that you're hard to work with and things of that nature. And it's like, and the way it was portrayed is that the problem was her and that she didn't want to be bothered. She didn't want to speak. So I feel like she could have handled that a lot better because she's not a teenager anymore. She's a grown adult with grown kids. So that just my opinion. Another issue, in my opinion, that was shown on the show was that their mom was taking sides. Latasha's preferably. And I feel as though instead of her mom being neutral and allowing the sisters to express their feelings to one another so they can start to heal and move forward, their mom inserted herself in their argument and was speaking up for Latasha. And it was said, I'm sorry, it was sad when Tamika expressed to her mom that she never takes up for her against Tasha. Her mom was like, I do take up for you. And I feel as though it was sad because for one, you should never take sides with your kids. And two, it's only the three of them. And yes, the sisters have their, immediate families now, but initially it's only the three of them. It was stated on the show that, when their dad left, their mom became their mom and their dad. So really is, initially it's just the three of them. So the feuding is like, really, it's, y'all need to get over it. And the mom should realize that, both of these kids are crying out, and instead of taking sides or anything, she should be listening to the both of them and not inserting herself in their argument. They're grown now, and maybe that plays a part in why they're still feuding many years later. I'm not sure when their feud started, but all these years later, y'all are adults and y'all feuding, and then to see your mom inserting herself in your feuds, it's like, okay, maybe this is part of the problem. Because Tamika stated that her mom always took Tasha's side against her. Even though her mom was like, well, I do take up for you. Tamika was like, well, not against Tasha. And her mom she just never explained herself, never, answered that. And I feel like that was, even though it was a statement, I feel like it was a question as well, because when she was like, well, not against Tasha, I believe that she was looking for, her mom to elaborate, defend herself, or, to say something to explain herself. But her mom didn't do that. She just was like, well, I take your side. I take up for you. And I'm not trying to bash their mom. It just seems to me, that Tamika was speaking her feelings to be heard, and her mom, left her hanging. And I just hope that they fix it. And I hope that, I really hope that Tasha and her husband didn't steal Tamika's royalty check. I just hope that they did not stoop that low. This is your sister, your wife, sister. I just hope that did not happen. My fingers are crossed. Even though, Tasha was like really, really angry when she was, saying that her royalty check, it was found out that it was cashed in Tasha's husband's account. I'm like, okay. And I mean, something that can easily be proven, and she's denying it. Like I say, I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, that that was a misunderstanding or whatever, because I'm sorry, husband or no husband, somebody's going to jail over my $30,000. And I'm just speaking my opinion. Um, I understand it would be so hard or whatever to see somebody. I mean, either we're gonna make amends where you're gonna give me my money back, um, and hopefully it was just a misunderstanding, and you're gonna give me my money back, or somebody is going to jail over $30,000. And I don't know. I mean, to me, $30,000 is a lot of money. Maybe to them it's not, or it maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. I can't count people pockets, but $30,000 is a lot of money for somebody else to be deposited in somebody else's check. I mean, somebody else's account, and then for them to say that they didn't get my money, and it can easily be proven. I don't know. And she's saying that that it was years ago. So I know something has been brewing, whatever, and I know it could. Um, this isn't the first time this has came up, and she stated that on the show that she stated it, and her mom didn't say anything. So maybe this is it's been things that's been leading up to that, and then when it got to that point, it just boiled over. So I'm just hoping, my fingers crossed, that that is not the issue, because it's just the two of them and their mom and their sisters. So I just hope it's not that way. Um, I just have a question. When Candy left the group, they had and Escape was touring and putting on shows. They had to change the name to Escape 3. But when Tasha was not touring with them, they were still able to use the name Escape. My question is, do Candy own the name Escape? I mean, do anybody know who actually owns the name Escape, or not? I'm just curious, because of I thought if it was three of them that they would just use the name Escape 3, but because Candy is back and Latasha is not touring with them, they're back to using the name Escape. Just my thought. And I thought that years ago that all throughout the years, it was Candy and Latasha that didn't get along. I never thought that it was Latasha and Tamika that didn't get along either. I thought, because they were sisters, grew up together, and got in a group together, that they were really, really close. I never thought that I would actually be seeing their biopic or anything of them. Well, not biopic, but not seeing them many years later feuding like this, where they can't even sit in a room together without arguing. It's just my opinion. Anyways, these ladies, to me, are extremely talented. They both have beautiful families. They both have cookbooks out. Tamika got her own seasoning that's out. And Tasha, she seems to be to have a solo career now. And not saying that she, is still not part of Escape, and that she won't still tour with them, but it seems like her solo career is geared towards gospel music. So I'm hoping that work out for her, because her song that's out, Stay With Me, the song sounds really, really good. I've listened to it several times, and it does sound really, really good. So I just don't see no need for them to, have jealousy towards one another, or hatred towards one another. And I do feel like um, whatever is going on with them is fixable. Even the $30,000, whether the check was cashed and cast into Tasha's husband's account or not, I feel as though it is fixable. Only because um, I feel like they are family, and hopefully they can be able to move past this and become family as well as friends again. It's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.